we're good. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm your host, Sam Capizzi, here at Crypto Somniac, here to bring you everything cryptocurrency related, where the markets never sleep and neither do we. Today is December 29th, 2017, and this video title, Ripple to Triple, I don't know, it just sounded really good, and it's on the internet, and I stole it. Ripple is extremely high right now, and I honestly, I guess I expected it, right? We called it back a couple weeks ago. We said, I have been saying for weeks, the most obvious choice of a cryptocurrency to get added to Coinbase would probably be Ripple. What's going on, Agartha? What's going on, everybody? Give people a chance to join. We got people in the group: Slava G, Anil Baga, Tony Turnup. What's up, Russell? What's going on, guys? Today is Friday. We're chilling. Looks like only one person on the chat, though. That's weird. Chat's being weird today. Looks like all you guys are talking. Oh, there we go. Anyone else having issues with Binance? That's weird. I didn't have any. I was just on there earlier looking to whether or not we might do a live trade here. We might actually even sell some Ripple. We're going to try and determine that in just a moment. But yeah, if you're new to crypto, definitely get signed up on Binance. It's a great platform. There's a whatchamacallit, there should be a description or a referral link in this below. But anyway, let's talk about Ripple. Ripple set to triple. So today, Ripple is at 60% up. We were just over $3. Why? I think it's a number of reasons. I think still, Ripple, I think someone that's awesome, Agartha bought Ripple for 1 cent. I got in at 2 cents. But there is, I think it's still going to be the next coin added to Coinbase. Like I said, let's start with going through all that I have to share with you guys. So Ripple headquarters, I'll just walk you through this, is in San Francisco, California. And if we look at Coinbase headquarters, it is in San Francisco, California. They are literally within walking distance. In fact, they're not even just like, you know, in different sides of San Francisco. They're literally right next to each other. They're literally right next to each other. And it looks like the chat is just totally in the way. We'll move that. There it is. Coinbase is in San Francisco, and Ripple's headquarters are in, now you can't see that, they are right there in California, San Francisco, California. So I definitely think it's still the next coin to get added to Coinbase. Is it to run up? Should you sell some? We'll do some technical analysis, but I just want to talk a little bit about what I think about Ripple and its current price and where you might want to buy in and all that good stuff. We passed number 2 on coin market cap, in market cap. We're now above Ethereum. We were above 100 billion. We crossed 100 billion for just a little bit. And now that's crazy. That's crazy high. So let's say Ripple was to triple. What would that take? So for Ripple to triple, we'll round this. We'll say we're still at $100 billion. And we'll round this and we'll say we're at 250 now. So if Ripple were to triple, that means its market cap has to triple, meaning the entire money in the circulating supply in the market cap has to triple. So we have to go essentially from 100 billion to 300 billion. And that is basically what it would take for Ripple to triple. So 250 times 3 is 750. $7.50. That's what it would take. And at $300 billion, at current standings, it would actually be number one on the entire list above Bitcoin, which I don't think happens. I don't think that happens, not anytime soon. Someone asked, is it too late for Litecoin? I think Litecoin's a great buy today. Down a lot. But I want to talk a little bit about my opinions about Ripple, and it's a little confusing and a little odd, I think. For people, it's so weird. So I have a lot of friends kind of on the outside, on the periphery of, you know, the crypto land, looking in, guys on Wall Street, people that, you know, I went to school with. A lot of my friends either went to school for engineering because I was an engineer, or I lived in a house of 7 or 8. The other 2 or 3 guys were business majors, and we always laughed at business majors because we thought we were superior as engineers. I'm sure as any other engineer out there in the world feels, but we would always make fun of them, said they took the easy route and went to business school. Not that business school isn't legitimate. Hell, it probably would have helped me a lot in what I'm doing right now, creating a business. But anyway, it seems like a lot of those guys, it's so interesting that they are always calling me up, and they're interested in Ripple. They're not interested in Ethereum. They're not interested in Bitcoin, since it's all run up. All they want to know about is Ripple, and it's really weird. It's weird, and it's because of the ties to the banks. And you know, I'm going to read this because this is what I found on Reddit, and it sums up kind of my opinions really well. Someone else wrote it, but I'm just going to read it because this is kind of what I wanted to say, and he kind of just, it's already there written. This is exactly how I feel. Very interesting change of tone these last few months. I'm one of the crypto guys, just like me, in my community, and I've often been asked about Bitcoin. People have been asking me more about Ripple recently, which is fascinating. Some of these traditional investors are very comfortable and attracted to the idea of investing in Ripple long-term versus Bitcoin. They really like that Ripple XRP has a strong use case and potential to add major value to the financial system, accompanied with the fact that it's being directed by a super talented team of individuals. Nothing against Bitcoin at all, but it's interesting to see Ripple start to click in people's heads while they still struggle to understand the role Bitcoin plays in the future. Which I totally agree. It's almost like they don't even care that much about Bitcoin. It's all about Ripple. And for me, that, I guess it makes sense, right? But for me, as an engineer and someone who studied the blockchain, to be a fan of Bitcoin, you can't really be a fan of Ripple. It's kind of counterintuitive because Ripple is controlled by Ripple Labs. So if you type in Ripple Labs, and I'm not hating against Ripple Labs or anything, or Ripple, but I do want to explain the differences here between what Ripple is and you know, Bitcoin and decentralized money. This is, I guess this is the Ripple company website. They do have a fantastic team, and they have a lot of investors from, you know, finance, Santander and CME Ventures, Google Ventures, a bunch of different banks and financial institutions, but they control the circulating supply of this just like a traditional bank does. So basically what Ripple offers over traditional money, I mean, one of the reasons we switched to Bitcoin and like Bitcoin so much is because it is decentralized. It is, you know, it is not subject to corrupt political power, as traditional money is. However, you can make arguments now that even Bitcoin is very centralized with the mining and a whole bunch of things, but remove that from the equation for a second. Let's just focus on what Bitcoin was originally, where it was truly decentralized. There weren't these large mining pools, because this does exist in other cryptocurrencies right now, and it's not as centralized as Bitcoin. But the whole idea was to remove the middlemen, remove the banks, remove them because they weren't needed. We can actually make something that's safer and more secure by actually getting rid of them, by removing their power, control over things like supply, printing of money, issuing of credit. By doing that on the blockchain where everything is secure, you can predict with great certainty how much the circulating supply, what the inflation rate will be many, many, many years into the future. Whereas you cannot do that with controlled money. like, for example, Ripple. So I find it very interesting that people are interested in Ripple. I'm personally not the biggest fan of Ripple, but I am a fan of money. And I did say on here many times that I think there is money to be made in Ripple because it will be added to Coinbase, and I've always held it in my portfolio. I think everyone's asked me how much Ripple I've held, or do I own any Ripple. And though I was never a fan of it, I had always held it because I did think it was a good hold, because I felt like this would definitely happen as people in the financial world, traditional markets, etc., are on the outside looking in, and they see Ripple is basically the banks and the government's attempt, I think, at adopting crypto. What I think will happen is they'll give it a shot. Ripple basically gives you a lot of the advantages that blockchain gives you. It's safe, it's fast, it's secure, but it isn't subject to not prone to, inflation or corruption, because it is the large portion of it is controlled by Ripple Labs. The circulating supply, they can pump out and issue new Ripple tokens at their leisure. There's no limit on supply, essentially. They can release supply whenever they want. They could release it today, tomorrow, 100 years from now. It doesn't matter, and that is very concerning for me. I think that is and eventually, anytime that corruption or you give someone power, it's always prone to that. Why would you want that when you could have, computers and everything running things, and you don't have to worry about that supply. And Amit, someone asks, don't you think Ripple is trying to solve a real world problem like international fund transfer from country to country? You can do that already. You could do that for the past 8-9 years in Bitcoin. I can transfer money very quickly with Bitcoin across borders. I can do that with Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. I can do that with any number of cryptocurrencies here, and I don't have to worry about, a company controlling the supply. Now, that being said, someone comments, Double Day Blue, does Ripple's rise create a foreshadow for Stellar Lumens in the future? The tech is just as good and has an IBM partnership, along with being a platform as well as currency. I do, and Stellar Lumens always travels, and that's why you see it 33% up. They're very similar, and for the same similar reasons, I'm not the biggest fan of Stellar Lumens. But back a couple weeks ago, when I started to think that, I heard the announcements of Ripple being added to Coinbase, both my partner at Snay and I both actually bought more Ripple as well as Stellar Lumens, because they travel together and they're doing hot. So I agree. I think they travel together. There is a correlation. They are kind of related. So definitely keep your eyes. If you ever see Ripple rise and Stellar Lumens hasn't yet, it's probably a good idea to pick some up. Kind of like I sent out an email in the newsletter, guys. Do you remember the correlation chart I sent out between NEO, OMG, and Quantum? There's a strong relation there as well between like Ripple and Stellar Lumens, and I made the call. I said OMG had moved up, Quantum had moved up, and NEO was kind of last one to go. And then what happened literally the next day after I sent the email out, NEO had popped. I find that very, very true of Stellar Lumens and Ripple. So just keep your eyes on the correlation there. They're definitely correlated together. But I'm not the biggest fan of Ripple. I'm really not. It is a portion of my portfolio. Don't get me wrong. I like money. And this is honestly what I see. I could see Ripple totally being the banks and the government's last hoorah at trying to control money. I truly think blockchain technology, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies will replace fiat currency. I don't know if this is, I'm talking like meta here, like really long term, like in the next maybe 100 years we could switch to fully cryptocurrency, or the next 20 years or something in the long term. And I think Ripple will be kind of their last attempt at controlling or having some facet of control. The government really doesn't like when they don't have control over money. I mean, that's just how government works. They want control. And it will, I can almost guarantee you what will happen is if Ripple does successful, and it's well, and it stays up here at number 2 or 3 for a long time, and they try to adopt it, it will be prone to corruption. In 2 years, in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, something will happen because it is not truly decentralized. By giving the government the power, say Ripple becomes the mass adopted currency and we get rid of the dollar, we get rid of the euro, and now we use Ripple instead because it's faster, it's cheaper, it's digital, and you know, all the things that blockchain makes, then you'll find, I'm sure, by the time that that happens and we get large enough, things will happen. Things like corruption, things like power will creep in, things like that will settle in, and you will find faults in Ripple. And you know, maybe this Ripple is the gap. Maybe Ripple bridges the gap between people adopting, you know, crypto as a real world, you know, means of transfer and real world currency. So maybe you see people start to adopt Ripple and we use it for a couple weeks or years or months, whatever. And then eventually we find that, you know, that doesn't work. Essentially, you're going to find that that is not the way that money we found in we found over and over and over again that government controlling money and power just doesn't work. Or not power, but controlling money in that regard. And that's the beauty of what blockchain and Bitcoin has brought to us. So, you know, if you're ever a fan of Bitcoin, I don't see how you could be a fan of Ripple. Now, I am a fan of money, so let's get that straight. I'm a fan of money, and I like money, so that's why I own Ripple. But I'm a fan of blockchain technology, so in that regard, I'm not a fan of Ripple. But when I say I like money, yeah, I like Ripple because I think money is going to flow into Ripple still. I think it's still going to be added to Coinbase, and I think it's still going to continue to do well. So I do own some, but I just find it very backwards that, you know, a lot of people enjoy it, and I guess it makes sense though. The bankers, the investors, my friends cannot wrap their head around decentralization and how that is so much more powerful than what currently exists. It's a little meta, it's a little out there, I think, to them, but it just, after you've in it and you experience it, you realize what kind of power decentralization brings. And Ripple is truly 100% 180 the opposite of decentralization. Nothing as along the same lines as what Bitcoin or decentralization is. So I just want to keep that in mind. How well do I predict Ripple to do? Is Tripple realistic? Right now, I don't think Tripple is realistic. Maybe in due time. If Coinbase were to add Ripple, and we're going to go over the technical analysis. We might even do some live trades on here because it might be a good time to take some profit off of Ripple. We were at $3 a little bit ago and didn't have a chance to look at the charts and do some analysis on it. But I don't think Ripple triples right now. But I think we could double. I think we could get to 200 billion market cap if we were to be added to Coinbase. I don't think we get over Bitcoin. I mean, let's face it, Bitcoin still has many more on-ramps. There is no on-ramp for Ripple, really. There's not many places where you can transfer fiat and buy Ripple. So it's not likely that it's going to be take over Bitcoin, and if there's no fiat on-ramp. But in the meantime, in the near future, in the next month to two, I could see it doubling. I could see it going to 200 billion in market cap, which would about double it. I'm thinking, you know, something along the January time frame. I don't see it tripling in the next month or two. That means it would have to, you know, surpass Bitcoin right now, which that I don't see happening again because we don't have on-ramps from fiat to this. John Wesley Lane, Ripple is for the old heads that need managers and insurance to their bank accounts, FDIC. I agree. So I think like the Ripple could be this little bridge for a lot of the old guys, a lot of the guys that don't understand decentralization, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and bring them into the world of crypto. Yeah. I see people's comments about Ripple being faster than Bitcoin. Yes, that is true. But there are other cryptocurrencies that are very fast and are totally decentralized that aren't Ripple or Bitcoin. We have much faster cryptos. Things like IOTA it gets faster and faster actually as the network grows. EOS has sub-second latency times. What is NEM? I think NEM is pretty fast. What is NEM's transaction time? NEM transactions per second. I think they have like 10,000. Or is it 100? I forget. Let me check. 100. The NEM-X8 is over 4,000 trans per second. The next update to NEM, which apparently this was 4 months ago, 4K is on the private chain, not the public chain. Going to be released for the public too. So there's other cryptos that are even faster than Ripple that are decentralized. So just speed is only one facet of the equation here. You know, when we're talking about speed of Ripple, there are other cryptos that are even faster than Ripple that are also decentralized. So speed, I don't think, is a valid argument to want to use Ripple. There's many cryptocurrencies just as fast, if not faster. Mateo Carlos, there's great disparity, of course, between exchanges, and they call this phenomenon arbitrage. Coin market cap is just an aggregate, an average of all different exchanges. BitHub always trades at a premium. That's just the way it is. There's a ton of volume on there, but it always trades at a premium. Different exchanges go for different prices because cryptocurrency is global. So there's different exchanges, different on-ramps, different places that you can get it. So it goes for one price on another exchange, and in another country, in another exchange, it goes for a different price. And CoinMarketCap is just an aggregate, a weighted average of all these exchanges. That's why you see different prices. I'm pretty sick of the BitConnect ads too, Steve. Do you guys remember when BitConnect just had a banner ad at the top of CoinMarketCap? I gotta turn ad block off to see what ads are running right now. But wasn't that hilarious? There was literally always a BitConnect ad here at the top. That was ridiculous. Yeah, that was some next level MLM marketing. God damn it, there's so many. This is why I turn ad blocker off. I turn ad blocker on, I turn ad blocker on, and 4 ads pop up, and I'm clicking them by accident now because they're so damn many of them. We're gonna put ad blocker back on. Ad blocker. I can't even speak. We're gonna take a look at the charts too, see if it's worth it to sell some Ripple, take some profits, or we're going to keep going up. What do I think of Tron? What do you think about the Sun interview? I actually didn't check out the Sun interview. I'd definitely like to check that out. I gave some Tronics entry points on my video a couple days ago, top cryptocurrency pick a day or two ago. Would definitely recommend checking that out. And we're also going to give free Tron away here. I'm a big fan of Tron. Go to cryptocurrency market. What am I doing? Go to twitter.com or CryptoSomniac, or I mean facebook.com/CryptoSomniac, and share my recent video yesterday for a chance to win some free Tron here at the end of the channel. Right here, top 5 cryptocurrency ICOs, or this one right here on Facebook. Share either one. You'll get some free Tron at the end of the video. And head over to our website, CryptoSomniac.com. Portfolio tracker coming very, very soon, as well as the CryptoSomniac Advantage. Why do people hate BitConnect? Because it's MLM marketing. It's not a cryptocurrency. It's literally a pyramid scheme. I don't know if you've ever been a part of or a fan of pyramid schemes, but they're all destined to fail and collapse on each other, basically. Some people make money, and then there's other people at the bottom of the totem pole which get screwed over. So that's why a lot of people hate BitConnect, because it's literally MLM marketing. Moderator says CryptoSomniac trashed Verge and dropped the price. He did this to be mean. He said it would go to 0. I see your comment. I'm not exactly sure what it means. Oops, turning in late again. Crypto to the moon. What's going on? Quick question. Anyone having problems with their Bitcoin CDOM? I'm not sure what CDOM is. What is CDOM? Anyway, let's take a look at the charts. I have the Ripple thingamajig here open. Also, guys, by the way, we're always live. Type in, go to my channel in the feature channels, CryptoSomniac, or type in Sleepless CryptoSomniac. We have the Sleepless live stream, which never ends. I'll give you guys the link. Subscribe to that. We're trying to build that. There seems like there's always 4, 5, 6 people in here always commenting. I'll give you guys the link so you can just go there yourselves. but it's always charting, always chilling, always doing its thing, and there's always people there chatting. So sign up, subscribe. You can buy Icon now. It is over on Binance. You can get a link to sign up for Binance. There's a referral link at the bottom of my YouTube video if you want it. You certainly don't have to use my referral link, but definitely would suggest getting into Binance. There's a great number of it's quickly actually Binance is becoming one of my favorite exchanges. It really is. Here's the link to that exchange and the code there, referral link, but it's really becoming one of my favorite exchanges. They have so many things. They have competitions. They have lots of cool things. Binance referral program. They have Monaco Monaco giveaway, which I've actually been monitoring the price of Monaco because of this giveaway to see how it does. A lot of volume and pump up the past few days, but not right now. What happens? Bitcoin from Coinbase to GDAX. Damn, autocorrect. Coinbase to GDAX, some freaking company. Transfer not happening. Says Bitcoin is not a supported currency. That's weird. I would contact Coinbase, although their customer support is quite slow these days. Anyway, let's take a look at the charts. Let's take a look at the charts. Let's go to Trading View and let's go to Coinigy. Do you see Bitcoin get a correction below 10K? Potentially, yeah, I do. Potentially, yes. I'll show you guys. I'll try to take some questions. I'll just try to answer as many as possible. Looks like the Ripple has broken out. This no longer applies. Or kind of something like this. Why won't that let me move that? There we go. I'll be interested. We are definitely on this new trend line. I don't know why this won't stay. I'm going to use Coinigy. I prefer Coinigy usually over Tradigy over Trading View. I'm going to open up Ripple. And we'll open up all these. We're on the 2 hour right now. What were we on over there? We were on the daily. Let's take a look. We are mooning. We are mooning. So let's draw a couple trend lines. And I really need to... I need to zoom in. I need to get in there. Let's remove the volume for a second. We'll hide the volume. We were traveling kind of along this new trend line, and then we really broke out. What I like to do is draw a lot of these fractals. They kind of tell us a lot of information about the charts. Things, places where we could break down, different channels, a lot of information. And it's really just a matter of connecting high to high, low to low. So we have a lot of different things going on. We were traveling along this channel, and then as soon as we broke out that, it's kind of like we have no resistance. There's no resistance above this line right here once we've broken out of this line here. And it's common when you chart like this, you can see that once you break out of something like this right here, that there is kind of no resistance. There's no kind of bounds on the upward direction. So what to get a lot of time after you peak out of something like this, you really shoot up. What else did I want to look at? I wanted to look at oh, the order book. That was what I wanted to do. Let's just take a quick look about the order books. We have a big wall right there. That is at 0.00175, and we are at what is our current price? We are at 0.17285. So not too far away from that. 0.01725, 0.0175. There's a big wall right there. I don't know that we get past that. Whoops, reset zoom. that would be at, how do I change this? Is there a way to change that to dollars? I'd love to know the dollar equivalent. Maybe I have to probably just go to USD Tether. So here we are. So our current price is 226. Let's go to, what exchange is the most voluminous exchange for Ripple? Let's take a look. Let's just look at Ripple and the market. BitHum. I don't like BitHum. We're gonna use Binance. Wow, Binance is taken over as the largest exchange aside from BitHum. That's crazy. Binance is the shit lately. They don't have a USD pairing though, obviously. Their wall's at 0.0182. I also want to look at all the other different ways I like to look at charts. Is really the MACD, which actually is looking pretty good because I started to look at it here on air before. Someone asks, any thoughts on ZCL? We'll take a look at some of the questions that are unrelated to Ripple afterwards. So yeah, so on the I'm on the MACD, and let's just start with the daily. The daily, we are very high on the RSI. The MACD is super high, but there's not a ton of information. So we're going to zoom in onto the 4 hour. The MACD for the 4 hour, absolutely no signs of slowing down just yet. Also, another way you can start to tell, and we'll look in this, is I'm a big fan of market structure, and a good way to tell when a cryptocurrency is going to come down in price is by looking at the market structure in addition to the MACD. So what you can do is, whenever there's an M like this, M's usually mean we're headed downwards, and you can see that right here with this, that right there. That M corresponds very closely to the point in time in which you know, we have the cross and the end of the M, and we start heading back down. If we were to go back and look at price, we head back down right after that M crosses. What I'll also show you is a W. So W's are usually when we kind of are going back up. So here's a W. And no coincidence, we go back up and the MACD crosses. Looks like we're kind of forming a W here. We'll see. I mean, an M right here. We'll see. Don't know. We did have this big price. It's kind of too early. I think we are still trending upwards, to be honest. I think there is still room to grow in Ripple, and we're going to keep zooming in. This is only the 4 hour. How do I delete that freaking thing? Delete. There we go. All right, so we'll go back in. The RSI on the 2 hour is quite high. It is quite high, though. Definitely quite high. Your recording has stopped. Please check that you have at least 20 megabytes of free space. Sick. Hopefully, we're still recording. Definitely weird. My video software said I'm not recording. Let's zoom in on the 2 hour. The 2 hour, the MACD looks super good still. It looks like we're literally just mooning. I think it's still got room to grow according to the 2 hour. The RSI, though, is pretty high. I've seen things that are higher, though. I've seen things go up to like 98, 99 RSI. I've never seen like literally 100, but that would be crazy. But yeah, RSI still has room to grow. Have I checked out VeChain? Yeah, I've bought VeChain back at like 25 cents. I think VeChain is pretty good. They got a lot of partnerships, really strong partnerships. Also, for those of you, I didn't actually release the B interview. I definitely want you guys to go check out the B token. btoken.com. It's a strong team. They have people from Google, Facebook, Uber, and Civic. I'm usually not a big ICO guy. but I believe that B is pretty strong and has a reasonable market cap. My interview is going to come out tomorrow with the founder, Jonathan. So you can, look forward to that in a couple days or two. Also, let me know if the subscription ring-a-ding thing is too loud. If it's too loud, I'll definitely lower it. But let's take a look at the 1 hour. I was zooming in here. Where the heck's the charts? Let's go back to the 1 hour. The MACD still mooning. We're just mooning. This is crazy. Ring is a bit too loud. Yeah, all right. Let me try and go lower it. Let me try that. Restream.io. Let me know. Hold on. I'll lower it and let me know if it's too loud in the future. Give me a second. Give me just 1 second. Ah, shit. I think I logged into the wrong account. So many people subscribing. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Alert box. Subscribers. Sound volume. All right. Let me know if that's lower. It should be a lot lower. Should be a lot lower. Let me know if the next one is lower. That one didn't even make a sound on my end, so let me know if that one turns out lower, and I'll keep lowering it. Anyway, let's look at the 1 hour on Ripple. The 1 hour, the MACD is still humongous. Ripple is just soaring. Someone says I stole your name, Cryptosomniac. Snake created my name. I started the channel 5, 7, 6 months ago, whatever, 8 months. I don't remember when, but Snake came up with the name. I just started the channel. So the MACD looks good. The RSI it'll be interesting. There's something called RSI bearish bearish, what is it called? RSI bearish divergence. It's basically how to trade bullish and bearish technical divergences. Yeah, when the RSI's bottoms keep getting higher and those keep getting lower, then price actually usually jumps. So let's take a look at the RSI. Where is the chart again? The RSI. We are that's not kind of what we want, but one thing you can actually this is actually true. One thing you can do is, and I don't think there's enough data here yet, but one of the what RSI and the price can tell you is if you start getting lower and lower peaks of RSI like this, say this keeps going out and it peaks and it hits a couple more times. Meanwhile, while price is going up, what the RSI is basically saying at that point is that the price is really higher than it truly is. The underlying price is a little bit higher than what it truly should be, and that you'll probably get a crash in price. So just one way to look at the charts. I don't know that I see that here yet. I think we'll have to see. We need more data, to be honest. We need a little bit more of that. Kind of like, you can kind of see that here. Like, see right here, the RSI, we get lower and lower, but meanwhile, the price went up and up. And what happened afterwards? The price crashed because the RSI was basically telling us, hey, we're really not meant to be that high. We need to come back down to earth, earth to moon, moon to earth, and we need to come back down. So, RSI bearish divergence is a great strategy. Yeah. That's right. You can see that example here. And honestly, we see it right here. It doesn't look like it was as strong as it was back there, but you can see that same thing. So we could see a price crash in Ripple soon based off of this information here. But the MACD on a lot of these looks good. I think there's still room for it to run, room for it to grow. I think $3 is kind of like another psychological mark. So I think we could move. I think we could run to $3 still. And look, I refreshed the page. We're up 20 cents. I think we got a little bit more room to grow here. But it would not be unwise to sell a portion off and buy back later if you're trying to trade. I think the signs are starting to happen. It looks like we have a little bit more room to grow. But there's still a little bit of space. There's room to grow. Room to grow. I am going to be annoying. I am going to keep the subscription thing on, but I'll lower the volume if you guys want. Here, I'll lower it 2 more %. Should be even lower now. Help to wake you guys up in my boring presentations that are strong on TA and analysis. U.S. citizens can participate in the B token sale. I do believe so. Yes. Crazy that there's still room to grow on this huge run. Yeah, I know. There does look like there's a little bit more room. MACD on every single chart. Let's zoom in on the 30-minute. 30-minute, not even really crossing yet. We have a little bit, almost. Honestly, a little bit there. But I'm more of a 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour guy. You could start to get really zoomed in here and trade by like the hour. I'm more of like a swing intermediate trader. I can't sit it here and chart every 2 minutes, but I'm more of like a 2, 4 hour, 1 hour guy. So room to grow, I think, on a lot of these still. But yeah, so we got the bearish RSI bearish divergence here happening. Let me take a look at some of the questions. So, I mean, I'll take a couple Ripple questions. If there's anything that's, you know, different, we'll take a look at some of the other questions non-related to Ripple, and I'll try to answer them. I think Ripple's pretty hot today, and I think, like I said, I think there's still room to grow for it, and you could still cheese the market a little bit and try to run up. TA YouTube focus channels are my favorite. Glad I found this one. You're very welcome. Any insight on Colossus coin? No, don't know about that one. Did my top ICOs videos yesterday. Check those out. What are your price predictions with regards to the downturn? So, let's do a Fibonacci retracement on this guy. So this is where my where I think we come back down to in an upward movement. And I love to do Fibonacci retracements, and it's hard to tell because we don't know where the peak is yet. We haven't really peaked, but I'll draw one here for you and show you guys why or where, you know, how you can do that with Fib retracement. So use the Fibonacci retracement tool. I'm going to go through it a little bit fast because I do this a lot here, but you go from a local min to a local max. And many times, right where that yellow arrow is, it's like spot on. It's kind of funny. This 618 region, this blue region, is usually where we end up pulling back to. This sweet region here. Most times. Most times. There's no guarantees, of course, in anything in life. The only thing that's guaranteed is death and taxes. But a lot of times we pull back to that 618 region. That is usually my Q price. So if that were the peak, if we've already reached the peak, say, I'd say the pullback is to 11,200 Satoshis. We're at 17,000 Satoshis right now. And you can use the same analysis back here, and you're going to find probably pretty similar results. Like I said, it's never spot on, but if we went from low to high there, look at the spot. Look, it's actually dead on. Look at where the bottom was. The bottom bounced right off the 618 line before heading back upwards. Like clockwork. Let's do another one here. Let's do one right here. Let's do the Fib. I'll do one from bottom, local min to local max. Looks like this one did not hit, but it got close. Looks like we bounced off the green one that time instead of the blue here. So that one, not quite. But that's kind of where I could see us pulling back to if we've already hit the peak. There's no really other opportunities to do this on. But that is kind of how you spot where we'll go back to, or could potentially go back to. Now, sometimes it's hot, like in here, and we didn't go back to the blue. Ripple does have a lot of attention and media coverage right now. Opportunities, discussions of it being added to Coinbase. So when we pop down, maybe we only pop down to this region instead of down back to here. So yeah, hit that likes button, guys. What's going on? Time to do my stretches. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that likes button. If you wanted some free Tron is a pretty good buy right now. One of the biggest losers. Sometimes this is literally as simple as that. It says, you know, sometimes my strategy is just, oh, Ripple's #1 today. We'll flip that and we'll go buy some Civic down at the bottom. Tron way at the bottom looks like a good buy, you know. Ray blocks crashing back down. So how much room do you see for growth? I think the $3 mark in the near term, like just like in the next day or two, I'm thinking like the $3 mark is kind of like a nice psychological level that we probably cap out around. Litecoin charting. So let's take some questions. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Litecoin, I think, is a pretty good buy right now. Let's open up the Litecoin chart. Litecoin to Bitcoin. And let's pull it out. Let's go to the 4-hour. And let me pull up the rest of my charts. Wow, the RSI. Wow, I might flip some Ripple for Litecoin. RSI is super low right now. Wow. That's interesting. Let me look at the USD chart. And shit, we need a better one. Let's use Bittrex. Wait, Bittrex doesn't have a USD pair. Oh, they have a USD tether pairing. Yeah, that's right. Wow, Litecoin major sell off, $222. The RSI looks like we're still dipping on the 4-hour. The RSI is there. Let's look at the daily real fast. Ooh, the daily doesn't look good though. RSI is still dipping. Daily does not look good. Let's go back to 2 hours. We're holding around that line there. The 1 hour. Let's look at the 1 hour. All right, let me go back to the 2 hour and let me draw Fibonacci retracement on that. I honestly think we'll probably dip a little bit lower just from looking at everything. We're right off the green line right now. Let's make this full screen. We're bouncing off a lot of these fib retracement levels. I feel like, yeah, I mean, there's a good spot, a good entry right there. You can see it hit once already. Litecoin doesn't look amazingly hot right now, but it's definitely cheap. I mean, it's on sale, but it looks like it could go cheaper. Or it could drop some more. Where's my paintbrush? I always forget where the hell these tools are. Right here. I feel like we could be dropping. Let's draw some channels here. We're kind of traveling along that and headed downwards, which I don't like. It'll be interesting. We'd have to, for it to be a buy for me, at the moment, it would have to, you know, break out of this line. It'd have to break this channel that it's traveling on. Can't withdraw on Binance. That stinks. Buy LTC if it holds 150 into the new year. Litecoin Facebook partnership announced early 2018. Interesting. I'm not familiar. Let's take a look. Litecoin, Facebook. Facebook to accept Litecoin rumor. That would be weird. Interesting. What else are your questions? What do I think about Lend? I'm not a big fan of just lending cryptocurrencies. Honestly, they just go against my, I don't know, I'm just not a big like lender or gambler or a financial market kind of guy. I like tech. I'm more of just like industrial adoption type cryptos. So I honestly, these kind of projects just don't interest me. So I can't say I'm like incredibly knowledgeable about them. I like things like, you know, I don't know, Ethereum, Bitcoin, industrial use case type stuff, Civic, and I don't know, just not a biggest fan of these. And I'm a fan of money though. I mean, I like money, right? Who doesn't like money? But just not a fan of, I don't know, these types of things. I am a fan of Wabi. I think Wabi has got a great use case. I think Wabi, I made a video on Wabi. Go check it out. It's on YouTube. Type in Wabi Cryptosomniac. Cryptosomniac. Here it is. Right there. Take a look. I think it's very, very interesting. It could be pretty good stuff. Share this video on Twitter, Facebook for a chance to win some free crypto. This video right here. And what else? Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that likes button, whether you're on Facebook or wherever. Let's take a look at some of the Facebook questions as well, guys. Let me pull them up for a second. I'm looking at all you guys. I have Twitter up, Instagram. Buy Ripple, someone says. Apparently the Chinese IOTA. What's your thoughts? I'm not sure what the crypto in question was. Buy Ripple, someone says. Apparently the Chinese... what are we buying? I have some ETH on Binance, and I have an itch for either Tron or more ADA, or just put it on more on Ripple when it dips. I'd say look at Tron. Tron's at a good price. Resistance in Ripple 210, maybe a good buy point. I think I just gave some levels as to when to buy Ripple. No one hit the like button. Question mark. What's wrong? Did I hear about Healtherium? Estonia is coming up with a token for healthcare. No. But I hate when things take Ethereum's name and try to do a play off it. Like, ooh, we're just the Ethereum of India now, or the Ethereum of, you know, Alice in Wonderland or whatever. You know, there's so many Ethereum this, Ethereum that, you know. Create your own damn token. Be original. What else? People like PPT. What price do you think Tron could get to next year? $1.50. I made that in my video over on the channel a couple days ago. I did that right here. Top cryptocurrency of 2018. John McAfee picks it. Price prediction for 2018. That was Tron, so I think $1.50. Hey Sam, have you heard about Telegram ICO? No, I haven't. I am in Neo. Yeah, I am an early adopter of Neo. Yeah, I'm definitely holding Neo. What other questions? What other questions are there? Siacoin. Honestly, not the biggest fan of Siacoin. I kind of dumped it a long time ago. Got rid of it a long time ago. Just not the biggest fan. Excuse me, fan of it. What is your insight on Tokia and what would make Ripple obsolete? What would make Ripple obsolete? I think, and would that make Ripple obsolete? No, honestly, I think literally decentralization makes Ripple obsolete. And I think until we find foul play in, say, Ripple and other coins that are centralized, you know, that's not, and then until that point, that's when it's going to hit someone. Someone's going to lose out on a lot of money. It'll get stolen. Supply will fuck them over, or who knows what. You know, centralization is prone to failure inherently by design. Centralization is inherently prone to failure. I think centralization is the biggest threat to Ripple. How about Icon? I think Icon is a good buy. Korea is huge. You can literally see Korea is the largest. Now, some of this is skewed because a lot of the Chinese people that can't invest into, did CoinMarketCap just change their logo, or is that a glitch? Oh, no, that's a glitch. You can see everything here. The highest volume market is always BitHum. Well, not Ethereum, but usually BitHum is number one. Korea is huge into crypto. They love crypto. For that reason alone, Icon is a buy. Also, Icon is like third gen, and those have been the biggest additions to my portfolio recently. This third gen stuff, trying to stay ahead of the curve. Things like Cardano, things like EOS, things like Icon, that offer third-gen solutions. So I think Icon is one of them. They offer cross-chain interoperability. And I think that it is definitely a good buy in your portfolio. It's definitely good something to have. And Korea is huge. Now, I did say those numbers are skewed because a lot of the Chinese investors that can no longer purchase due to the exchanges being shut down in China, they've went over to Korea to buy, and they buy over on BitHum. So that's why there's additional volume on BitHum as of lately. But in general, still, Korea is huge into crypto. Check out the website, www.cryptosomniac.com. We're not even on it. Sign up for our newsletter, the Cryptosomniac Advantage, coming to a home near you soon. Everyone's always asking about Moon Lounge and all that stuff and all that. Sign up for the newsletter. You will be updated as to when and how and where and why. I don't know how can government ban decentralized cryptos. I don't think they can. They can't. Let's take a look at the Icon chart. There's not a lot of data though, so I don't know if it's going to be a good one to look at. Yeah, there's not a lot of data. Not a lot. Not a lot. It's still too new to analyze, really, but you could do that. You could draw a fib from here to here, but it's just too new. It's too new. Too new. Verge in 2018. $0.00. Binance has suspended Ripple withdrawals. Interesting. I think OMG is a good buy right now. Someone asked about OMG. Let's bring up the OMG charts because I actually made a little bit of a call yesterday to pick up some OMG in the Moon Lounge. And it hasn't popped yet, but I just have this feeling that it is ready to pop. I just got this gut feeling. Also, it was recently added to, there's an exchange that actually brought in a cash-in fiat to OMG exchange. I forget what it's called. It's like the, what is it called? OMG to fiat exchange. Where's the news? This is not it. Let's just type in Omise Go to fiat exchange. Sick. Actually, I know where I put it. I posted it in the Moon Lounge. Let's go to the Moon Lounge news. And here it is right here. we're getting a USD OMG exchange. Pretty cool stuff. Cash in exchange. The SCX exchange, kind of like, looks like sex exchange. But yeah, I feel like OMG is pretty good. Yeah, maybe I did contradict myself, Bixler. Maybe what I meant is basically that centralization is going to fail, and that is kind of what Ripple uses. Decentralization, you're right, is the biggest threat to Ripple. Decentralization is much better than centralization. Centralization always fails. Centralized power, that is. Humanity is centralized. I don't think I agree. Humanity is spread across the world. We have hundreds and hundreds of different races, ethnicities. In America, we've always prided ourselves on being the melting pot and a diverse hub, and immigrants and accepting immigrants and being very diverse and non-centralized. We always thought that, and I don't think we are as much anymore, but we, humans on Earth, I don't think are centralized. I would totally disagree with that sentiment. Profits from Ripple. What are your choices of coins? Yeah, the things on sale today. Let's take a look. I think Tron is a good buy. Civic is a good buy. OMG, I think, is just, I don't know. I just got this feeling that it's just going to pop. I just have a feeling. Just have a feeling. Where's that vibration coming from? I don't know. What else? All right. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that likes button. I'm going to give away some free crypto on their channel. I give away free Tron for someone who shared my most recent vid. And we'll use the random number generator. And to be eligible tomorrow, all you have to do is pick a number. You have to share this video on Facebook or Twitter. So 1 for Facebook, 2 for Twitter. And it looks like we got 2 for Twitter. So let's head over to my Twitter. And that's not it. Twitter.com. And I guess I'll log in. And top 5 ICOs. So we got 55 retweeters, but not all of them are visible. It's getting to be a little bit ridiculous. I'm about to just start scrolling down on the list and just picking somebody at random. Instead of counting. This is just inefficient. We're going to count backwards from 1 to 10. So we're going to start here at the bottom. No, well, that's not fair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I can see 25 people. So we'll pick a number between 1 and 25. The answer is 23. So 25, 24, 23. Fake Taco. I will cop out your name here, and we will reach out to you, and you just won yourself some free Tron. Congratulations. Also, why don't you guys check out the Sleepless stream? I'll give it to you one more time, where we're always up and chatting. Not always, but we're there a lot, and the channel is always running 24/7 with charts and people chatting, and we want to help just grow it. I'll type in the link. Head over. Here it is right here. There it is right there. If I hit play, you'll see the charting 24/7. looks like Litecoin could be coming to a decision point right there. Whole bunch of stuff. So take a look at the channel, guys. Join us over there to chat, subscribe, hit that thumbs up button. And I do this here every day. By the way, if you need help with anything, you can always schedule a one-on-one. You can always go to our courses. They're both money back guaranteed, either or. If you're not happy, you're not satisfied, always happy to give refunds. Never had a refund yet, at least on the one-on-ones. Some people don't like the course, but what are you going to do? Go over TA in the course, go over a bunch of stuff, schedule a one-on-one, Snay or I. We always offer money back. Like I said, no one's ever asked for money back. And hit me up. The Moon Lounge, Crypto Somniac Advantage, whatever you want to call it, coming soon, I promise. We will keep you updated. Subscribe to the newsletter to stay up to date. And we will, we'll be here for you. We'll be here when you need us. All right, guys. Have a good rest of the evening. And have a good New Year's. Happy New Year. Stay safe and have fun.